Hello everyone. Mahatma Gandhi, the great spiritual leader of India, pioneered the philosophy of non-violence and left a lasting impact on humanity. His timeless words about truth, love, and courage continue to inspire millions around the world, offering guidance for a meaningful and peaceful life. 1. Truth never damages a cause that is just. Truth is the strongest ally of justice. A righteous cause can never be harmed by truth, because truth itself is the foundation of fairness. Lies and manipulation may temporarily hide injustice, but they cannot sustain it. When people defend their actions with honesty, their integrity shines through and their cause becomes unshakable. On the other hand, if someone must twist facts to defend their position, that alone reveals weakness. History has shown that truth eventually exposes falsehood, no matter how powerful the lie may appear in the moment. To walk with truth may be difficult, but it ensures that your efforts are pure, and your cause will stand the test of time. A just movement built on truth inspires trust, courage, and unity. It becomes a light that guides others who may still be uncertain. Truth is not always easy to face, but it purifies intention and strengthens determination. Therefore, if your purpose is truly just, never fear the truth, it will not damage you. Instead, it will protect, elevate, and ultimately guarantee victory. A just cause and truth are inseparable, like a seed and the life it carries within. 2. An error does not become truth by reason of multiplied propagation, nor does truth become error because nobody sees it. A lie, no matter how many times it is repeated, will never become truth. In the same way, truth does not lose its essence simply because no one recognizes it. Society often falls into the trap of believing something false just because it is widely accepted, while dismissing truth because it is unpopular. History is full of examples. Once, slavery was accepted as normal, but that did not make it just. Once, the earth was believed to be flat, but that did not make it true. Popularity cannot transform falsehood into truth, and ignorance cannot erase truth. This quote reminds us to seek beyond numbers and appearances. Truth stands independent of human opinion. It is like the sun, covered by clouds for a time, but never extinguished. To live by this principle requires courage, courage to question common beliefs, and courage to defend truth even when alone. In the end, error will always collapse under its own weight, while truth will endure, strong and eternal. 3. Even if you are a minority of one, the truth is the truth. Truth is not decided by majority vote. A single person who speaks truth carries more weight than thousands who repeat a lie. Many of the greatest changes in history began with just one person daring to stand against the crowd. Galileo was condemned for declaring the earth revolved around the sun, yet his truth reshaped science. Gandhi himself stood almost alone when he first resisted injustice, but his truth grew into a movement that freed a nation. To be the minority of one is difficult. Loneliness, ridicule, and even danger may come. But if what you hold is truth, then you are never truly weak. Truth gives inner strength that numbers cannot provide. This quote challenges us not to measure ourselves by popularity, but by integrity. The majority can be wrong, while a single conscience can be right. When we stand for truth, we carry within us a power greater than approval or applause. And eventually, truth shines through, no matter how small its beginnings. 4. There is no God higher than truth. For Gandhi, truth was the highest form of divinity. Rituals, prayers, and traditions all hold meaning, but they are empty if separated from truth. No temple or scripture is greater than the principle of truth itself. To live truthfully is to live in alignment with the sacred. This perspective bridges faiths, for every religion at its core seeks truth. When we lie, deceive, or distort, we turn away from God. When we act truthfully, we move closer to Him. Truth demands courage, humility, and discipline, qualities that are themselves spiritual practices. This quote reminds us that God is not only found in words or ceremonies, but in the integrity of daily actions. To honor truth is to honor the divine spark within every human being. If we betray truth, we betray both our conscience and our faith. In elevating truth above all else, Gandhi gave humanity a simple yet profound guide: live honestly, act with integrity, and recognize truth as the holiest path to God. 5. An unjust law is itself a species of violence. Laws are meant to protect, guide, and serve people. But when laws are unjust, they become instruments of harm rather than justice. A law that discriminates, oppresses, or silences is a form of violence, violence not with fists or weapons, but with authority and structure. Blind obedience to unjust laws is not morality, but complicity. Gandhi believed that people have not only the right but the duty to resist such laws through non-violent means. History proves him right. Oppressive laws have always been challenged and overturned by those who dared to disobey them peacefully. Martin Luther King Jr. echoed this same truth in the civil rights movement. This quote teaches us that legality is not the same as justice. Something written in law may still be profoundly wrong. True justice requires conscience above compliance. By refusing to cooperate with unjust laws, we withdraw our support from systems of oppression and create the possibility of change. 6. Where there is love there is life. Love is the essence of existence. Without love, life becomes survival, cold, mechanical, and empty. With love, even hardship is transformed into something meaningful. Love brings energy to relationships, joy to small moments, and purpose to our struggles. It is the force that connects families, communities, and nations. Hatred divides, but love heals and unites. This is why Gandhi believed that love was stronger than violence. It nurtures rather than destroys. Life that lacks love is hollow, like a flower without fragrance. When we give and receive love, we truly live, not just breathe. This quote is a reminder that no matter how ambitious or successful we are, our lives are only complete when rooted in love. Love for family, for humanity, for truth itself, this is what sustains us. In love, we find the courage to endure, the hope to dream, and the strength to act. Truly, love is the breath of life. 7. Hate the sin, love the sinner. It is easy to condemn people for their mistakes. Yet Gandhi taught that while actions may be wrong, people themselves must not be rejected. Hatred only multiplies hatred, but love has the power to transform. To hate the sin is to acknowledge wrongness, to love the sinner is to recognize the humanity behind the mistake. Every person has the potential for change, and compassion opens the door for redemption. This does not mean we excuse harmful actions, it means we separate judgment of the deed from judgment of the soul. A criminal, for example, must face justice, but he is still a human being capable of learning, growing, and even contributing. If we only respond with hatred, we create cycles of revenge. If we respond with love, we create the chance for transformation. True strength lies in this balance, firm against wrong, but gentle toward the person. It is the path of healing, not destruction. 8. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Self-discovery is often thought to come from looking inward, but Gandhi taught the opposite. True fulfillment is found by serving others. When we dedicate ourselves to helping people, our own lives gain meaning and direction. Service strips away ego, reminding us that we are part of something larger. In giving, we receive clarity about who we are and what we stand for. Acts of kindness, whether small or great, become mirrors that reveal our deepest values. A life lived only for oneself is limited, but a life given to others expands infinitely. The paradox is beautiful. By losing ourselves in service, we discover our true selves. We uncover strengths, passions, and purposes we never knew we had. This quote challenges us to look beyond selfish ambition. Happiness does not come from possession, but from contribution. When you help someone, you also heal yourself. In serving others, you find the purest form of joy and the clearest sense of identity. 9. Nonviolence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind. Violence may seem powerful, but its victories are temporary. Nonviolence, though slower, achieves deeper and lasting change. Gandhi proved that entire nations can be freed not with weapons, but with peaceful resistance. Nonviolence disarms the enemy not by force, but by exposing the injustice of their actions. It requires courage far greater than violence, for it resists without hatred and endures without striking back. A gun may silence a man, but it cannot silence truth. Nonviolence appeals to conscience, transforming hearts instead of destroying them. History remembers warriors, but it reveres peacemakers. Nonviolence is not weakness, it is disciplined strength, requiring patience, unity, and faith. This force is available to all, regardless of wealth or power. When people refuse to cooperate with evil, oppression collapses. This is the secret power of nonviolence. It gives ordinary people the ability to challenge empires and win. Truly, it is the greatest weapon mankind can wield. 10. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as weakness, but Gandhi saw it as the highest form of strength. The weak hold on to anger because they fear being hurt again. The strong forgive because they have the courage to let go. Forgiveness is not forgetting or excusing wrong, it is releasing the chains of resentment that imprison both the victim and the offender. To forgive is to rise above hatred and break the cycle of revenge. It requires deep inner power to look at pain and still choose peace. Forgiveness brings healing to relationships, communities, and even nations. Leaders who forgive prevent wars, individuals who forgive build bridges. Holding grudges drains life, but forgiveness restores it. By forgiving, we free ourselves and give others a chance to change. Only the strong have the strength to choose love over revenge. In this way, forgiveness is not just mercy, it is triumph.